Hey YouTube, it's Earl. And I thought tonight I'd do a little rant. We finished the election, even if it hasn't been decided here in the United States. But we finished the voting. And I'm not trying to start any fights with any of my followers here on politics. But it appears that Joe Biden will be President-elect Biden fairly soon, shortly, and that the Trump administration will end on January 20th at 1 second past noon. The other thing that seems to be apparent too is that Americans enjoy divided government. It seems kind of odd. It's been the first time in about 30 years that we've actually elected a president and given him a Congress that is not the same party, both houses. So it's interesting. Interesting time, interesting election. I know there are a lot of people that are disappointed. A lot of people are disappointed on both sides. You've got both Democrats and Republicans that are disappointed with the outcome. And my guess is overall that that's probably an okay thing when neither side necessarily gets everything that they want. Do I have concerns about a Biden presidency? I do. Am I glad that the Senate Republicans have held? I do. Am I somewhat glad to see the kind of chaos of the Trump administration because of his personality to go away? I am, but I go back to point number one. I'm a little apprehensive about Joe Biden and the regulators he's going to appoint to oversee important facets of our economy, the administrative things that he's going to prioritize, the executive orders he's going to issue. I have some pretty serious concerns. Because I think those do matter to the direction of our country and who we're going to be as an American nation. And while I'm no defender of Trump, I do find the intolerance on the left for traditional views and values of human sexuality, of gender, of the proper role of government, the proper role of the family, and many other things I find concerning. I find it concerning on many, many levels. But more Americans voted for Joe Biden than have voted for any presidential candidate ever, and Trump the second most. And I think when we come down and we go, okay, what happened in the election, I think it's pretty obvious, to me anyway, that the American people looked at things and said, I don't like Trump, but I don't want to give the Democrats power. I don't trust them on the economy and other things. Whether that's the reason or not, I don't know, but I think it's pretty apparent that you had a lot of people who would prefer Trump not to be president, and you had more people certain that they didn't want Democrats in control with large majorities in the House, actually shrunk the majority, and they look to have and probably will when we get to January 5th, have given Republicans a 2-seat advantage in the Senate. So Americans made a decision to change executives, but to keep Congress in a more gridlock fashion. Just somewhat fitting. I know I haven't said much and haven't got around to much of a point, but for this American, I'm okay with it. And I'm really hopeful for the next 2 years. I'm glad to see that we've got a vaccine that is hopefully on the way soon for coronavirus. Allow the economy to open back up again. Maybe as the economy begins to grow, some of the angst goes away. I'm praying for our nation, praying for our leaders. May it be a good 2 to 4 years. May God have mercy on us all. It's been Earl. Y'all have a good night.